accountable for nothing, so he was able seriously, because
family out here. Alright, so yeah, alright, so we're gonna make this
strong together now collectively and we try. You need to come out if you have a business, and most of us know 0478. I'm tired of beating Unc up all the time. That's why he don't talk to me no more. He don't have me on his blog talk shows no more. You know, I'm tired of it. So, I'm just saying, like, you know, real talk. Let me end with this. We gotta stop agreeing to disagree. Point blank. If King Noble feels a certain type of way, then me and King Noble should, when they did the bailout, they locked them people in the room for like 72 hours or a week. They locked them there. Go to the bathroom, go eat. And they did not stop until they came up with a resolution. We're too comfortable. Prophet Noble Drew Ali said the Moors have never done nothing but at the point of a sword. So I stand in front of you as a general today. It's time to make moves, people. Peace.
Appreciate it. That was good words, my brother. You think it didn't take much for this to happen, but it take a lot of us to just allow things to come in the way it's supposed to come and allow nature to take its course. You know, me and my brother
Excuse me, beloved, my bad. I forgot to acknowledge this brother for having us here today. Pardon me. Give honor to this brother.
That's why we're here. We're here to build. I'm here to build with my brothers all across. I know you probably heard it on radio stations, me and Unc disagreeing on certain things. I got my brother King Noble. This is my first time meeting him, and I seen his thing talking about me, but it's a new thing. I get some videos. I got red eyes. I'm throwing up Illuminati signs. But it's part of life, and you know what? That stuff don't bother me. You know why? Because we're all humans. And everybody has an opinion. I'm not going to take your opinion away from you, but I build with you as a brother. So I'm going to call up my brother, and he'll give you about 10 minutes. And we got 2 other speakers, and I'll probably I'll give some word for our brothers and sisters. I want to call my brother King Noble to give a couple words before I pull up.
I didn't plan on speaking today, but I'm going to try to.
Hold on, let's get you some volume. I think it's the table that messed it up. You might want to grab the other one if you can. You heard King Noble? Grab that other one if you by Kalanji over there. See if that's working. The plug-in.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay.
So I didn't plan on speaking today, but I'm going to speak. I won't be long, but I'm going to be strong. I'm not talking to you as one who has a super strategy that's going to intellectually fit the relative problems that we all face and confront as a people individually. But what I will say is that there's some things that I've solved. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I've come here to Georgia to connect with the conscious community, to build something. I want to build what I learned as being a soldier in the streets of Chicago. I want to bring that type of militancy to the South. That's the main reason I came down here, because I feel like there's a more positive energy, the conscious community is stronger, and I think it can happen here. So I came back here to do that. What I'm bringing to the table, I have done. So I'm not talking to you all as somebody who's speculating or pontificating on some ideas of what can happen in the future. I've come down to Georgia. I've been here for a year now, and I took over land. I found some property that I wanted, and I secured it, and I took it over. And I escorted the police off of my land. And I told them this is sovereignty. I don't have no identification. I have no state ID. I've never had. I delivered all my children myself. I'm a natural herbalist, So I'm not talking to you about what I'm not speculating. If I got land, I'm creating self-sustainable water systems. I'm Right now I'm using a generator. I'm trying to come up with my own solar energy. You know, I've come up with a battery system that could, using car batteries, I could at least run the temple at least 12 hours off the batteries and 12 hours off the generator. I've come up with different type of confrontation strategies of dealing with police and white supremacists, not dealing with no paperwork, just on some Jedi mind shit. The black man is God, and we're gonna win. And it has worked. But it has worked. And I don't down no man's strategy. I'm not here to sound religious, because when you're in front of the enemy, you're behind enemy lines, you should use whatever means necessary you can use. You can say you're more, you're black, you're purple, you're green, whatever that will win that battle for you, you need to utilize it. So I support all of that. I might have this argument with this more because I might not believe that may work. But he may get in front of the crackers and he may be able to pull that shit off. More power to him. More power to him. But what I'm concerned about is what's work. And what I can share with you is what actually works and what I've been doing. I can't guarantee that all black people want what all black people want. I think that's another issue. We don't understand the relativity of our condition. For some, freedom is getting a job. For some, freedom is having a better school. For some, it's having our own politician. Freedom for me is having absolutely nothing to do with these goddamn crackers. Do y'all hear me? Freedom to me means having absolutely nothing, but that's not freedom for everybody. Because some of our elders and ancestors have fought for positions in this society to be able to go to his school system, use his hospitals, right? Get his benefits, get his jobs, get his retirement benefits, and get his unions. They fought for that. So when somebody come like me to say to hell with this cracker, they don't want to hear what I got to say. And I understand their struggle. I'm not so ignorant or oblivious to how they understand freedom. But I want to appeal to those who are revolutionaries. Those who don't want to have a goddamn thing to do with this cracker. That's the audience I'm talking to. They're tired of the white man all together, what he's doing to our people, and they're ready to militarize, mobilize, and stand against white supremacy themselves. I'm looking for those people. And I'm not looking for those people that are seeking the validation of other people to do it. You follow? I'm looking at those people that are so goddamn fed up themselves. Because that's the problem that we have. It's like, we have a social validation reality where I ain't going unless a whole bunch of other Negroes going. I ain't going to get free unless a whole bunch of other Negroes get free. I ain't going to fight with other niggas. I ain't going to be the only one fighting. Well, I'm the one to be the only one goddamn it fighting. If the cracker come in here right now, me and my goons is going to be the only ones fighting. We don't care. We're not looking for validation. We're not looking for validation.
I was about to say, not in this room.
Somebody going to have to stand up. And even if those people that want to assimilate and acquiesce to some level of the system, you still need your revolutionary militants out here that can stand up against this devil. You do need them. And I'm not talking about your political puppets that look like revolutionary, but they got a super clean uniform on, their boots is shined up, they saying all the right things you want to hear, but they're not going to get in the trenches. If ain't some money being handed out, some donation money, or they can stand next to some socialist crackers or some rich crackers or something like that, then they're not going to be on the front line. You're looking at revolutionaries that are on the front line. We need people like that. When our youth are getting shot down in the streets, you need real militants and real revolutionaries. Everybody might not be that. Everybody might not agree with that. But that's definitely needed. So I'm appealing to the people that want to do that and want to be that. I think a lot of strategies and methods that people are bringing to the table here, I think they'll work relative to what level people are on. Some people, I don't even want to go up in the white man's courtroom. You know, the police pull me over, I get an anxiety attack immediately. I don't feel like they have absolutely no authority over my existence. I don't want to talk about nothing with them really. So the only thing I'm going to say is what's going to get me out of that situation. So I'm different. We are different. Some of us are the reincarnation of some damn goon-ass slaves. You follow? We the Nat Turners. We've come back as rebel spirits. And we have zero patience. So it's not just ignorance or the lack of intellectual attunement with the political situation that's going on. Our spirits will not allow us for even 5 minutes to bow down to this enemy. We know that we were rulers. We know that we are the gods. And not because these are historical abstractions, because we feel within our DNA. We're walking around with our third eye wide open, knowing that we are the gods, and we could not even tolerate to live another day knowing that we bow down to this enemy. So that spirit is in some people here. And that's the spirit that we speak to. That's not everybody. So if that's not your spirit, you're not going to agree with me. You're going to think, oh, you crazy, man. The white man got guns, and he got missiles, and he got... But you're looking at a person that don't have a choice because of who I am. Like some people, they have a choice of whether they're going to be vegetarians or not, right? Some people have a choice. Well, I don't want to kill animals. I want to eat healthier. But some people, if they eat just one little piece of meat, they start vomiting and throwing up because they can't tolerate it at all. It's like milk, lactose intolerance. Well, some of us got white supremacy intolerance. Huh? Some of us can't tolerate none of it. Some of us can't tolerate it. Every time I see a white man look like he got some authority, I just start shaking and like, what the fuck is that? We can't tolerate it.
Let's get it.
So don't just think that I'm just ignorant and you know, I'm just, oh, he's just going off and he's not thinking, he needs to read and go to the bookstore. I've read all, I do that too. And still when I get in front of the crack, I'm like, hell no, man. Your time is up. Repeat after me, your time is up, Crocker.
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 And because of people like us, then his time is up. So I challenge you all to get the courage and have the audacity to stand up for what you know. Don't fear death and all that. You're going to die anyway. You're going to die a God or you're going to die a slave. Which one are you going to choose? I'm going out before as a God, as a black guy. So I challenge us, don't let them kill our babies in the streets. It's not always an argument. It's not always something that has to be validated about a white man or his books or his information. It's about standing for something. You know, it's time for us that we actually take a stance. I think that's all of this came from black people that were willing to take a stance. Now today we have black people who are attached to their inadequacies about how much they know. I mean, how many books do you have to read to stand up with your babies getting shot down in the streets? How many DVDs do you have to watch? How many YouTube videos do you have to watch before you are compassionate and sensitive enough to respond to the situation that's affecting our people? So there's not having enough knowledge is not an excuse that we're going to be able to use no more. Well, I need to study a little more. You need to study a little more to get your ass whooped a little more? How about study and swing? Still study, but goddamn it, swing back.
That's right.
You know, some of us say we out here studying. You can study in jail. If you out, you need to be swinging. You follow? Somebody can send you some books in prison, but if you out here, you need to be fighting back. That's a fact. So do them both. I'm not here to attack the scholars. I'm not here to attack the politicians, because trust me, if any situation I get in, I'm calling the Moors. What can y'all do? Come with that more science, UCC something, UCC my ass to way up out of here something. You follow what I'm saying? I'm calling anybody I can. I'm going to be praying to Yahweh, all of them, when it comes to this white man. Give me the power to kill this goddamn devil. You follow? I'm going to be doing anything I can muster my hands on. I'm going to grab onto it.
Yeah.
So I want to cut it short. I'm talking from the perspective of what I am willing to do. I come here out, I can't tell y'all all that we're doing, because I know there's some other people out here that don't need to hear it. But I came here to support brothers that are doing stuff on other levels, and as challenging as I may appear, because some people think, oh, I'm just a critic and I just want to challenge and expose people, but no, I'm actually asking real questions to see if they have evolved their level of thinking of that problem further than I did, because that's where I got to. I studied with the Moore Science of America. I studied under with the KOG, Benjamin and Hebrew Israelites. I studied with the Nation of Gods on Earth. I live right down the street from Minister Louis Farrakhan's house. You follow what I'm saying? I've been studying this for years. So I'm asking questions that maybe people can help me. Maybe it's something they saw that I didn't see. You know, maybe if their research have led them to be able to deal with a problem that I didn't deal with. And that's really what I'm asking from. And what I find when I ask those questions with a lot of people is they ain't really thought it out. They just, this is the last thing that they heard. They don't realize that while some people are working, getting their jobs, being under white supremacy, being in the system, it's us that have been meditating on the liberation of black people. It's black supremacists that have been meditating all day long. While you at work, while you at the club, all we doing is meditating on black supremacy.
Yes.
So every thought that y'all have, we thought about that. It's not religious gangbanging. Let me see what the atheists are saying. Let me see what the Moors are saying. Let me see who has the strategy, because we're that bent on a solution that we're willing to look at all of them. But if we come into some concrete problems, it's like, well, I don't see how that's going to work. The white man is putting us down over here. I don't see how that's going to work. The white man is putting us down over here. So all my work that I do online is challenging people to see the bigger picture.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
What are your thoughts on building up businesses for our people and employing them in those particular businesses?
That's a good question. Black people don't need me to talk about no business. Every black person I know about getting money. You about getting money, raise your hand. Huh? They don't need another teacher and another speaker to come out and talk about no money. That's the problem. All we focused on is money. And we say that we're the largest consumers in the world. Well, I see why. because all we focused on is money. That's the fact. So that's not my position. And you don't need me to tell you to stop getting money and be against capitalism. You don't need me to tell you that because you're not going to listen. You're going to go and be about getting your money anyway. So I don't have to speak either way. You're going to be about business where the King Noble say to hell with money. If I tell you to burn, get your money out your pocket and burn it tonight, how many of y'all going to burn it? So it ain't no even me even telling you really how I feel about that piece of paper with the white man's face on it. There's no reason for me to even go into that. You're going to do that anyway. But what I ask that you do is while you're getting that money, that you do like other nations do, support your revolutionaries.
That's right.
Support your militants. Because it cannot be a revolution that you do not support. What I have a problem with is when I quit the Matrix, I have not worked in the last 15 years. I have not had a job in over 15 years. I don't pay rent, I don't deal with none of his society. What bothers me is when I tell other brothers to step out of the Matrix and be soldiers, living in trenches, right? Getting these forests out here in Florida, you know, I mean in Georgia. Get out in these wilderness and learn survival. And when I tell brothers that, they tell me, oh, I got to get a job to get my money and blah, blah, blah. That bothers me when I know you really want to get a job because you want to cater to your negative habits. Huh? You want to buy your little weed. Make sure you got your weed money, right? Make sure you get your little drink and go to the club. So you're not supporting the white man's system. You're not supporting the white man's system because you're trying to survive and better yourself. You are addicted to his consumeristic reality. Because if it was true, it wouldn't be people like me that would have to beg so much to just get a little funding. Because so many people work for the white man and be like, oh, this brother's revolutionary, let me donate to him. I say, you really doing something. You know what you're going to say? No, this is my cigarette money. No, this is my Matrix money. So it's a contradiction. It's a contradiction in the black economic community that we're supposed to be raising funding for a revolution, but there ain't no funding for a revolution. That same funding is going right back into white supremacy under the auspices of capitalism and business building. Last point, Black Wall Street. They needed a military occupation. Yep. All the money that they had in Tulsa, Oklahoma did not save them from the white man. Am I right? They burnt that city to the ground with all these banks and churches and real estate foreclosures. They burnt it to the ground. You need to form, if you're going to have a business, fund the black revolution, black supremacy. That's my point.
Black Cloud.
Black Cloud.
Left the mic smoking.
I have a serious question. Okay, we say all this God, we gods, and the white man is the devil, right? Okay, where is the God at if the devil is in control of your life? If the devil is making all the rules and you're following the rules, where is the God at? Because the last time I checked, God's supposed to be supreme. He's supposed to be powerful. He's supposed to be all-knowing. He's supposed to be in control of things. Where is he? Because if you're the God and the white man's the devil, that means you should be able to take control of the situation. You know what I'm saying? You should be the one that's taking over. But if he's taking over, then that means that you cannot be the God. You have to be the servant of the devil. And therefore, pretty much, and I'm sorry to say this, but pretty much we really, I mean, from the way I see it, we can't call ourselves being gods and we don't act upon it. I mean, how can you identify yourself as a God and you still a servant? You know, it really don't make logical sense. And well, I forgot the next question I was going to ask, but I'm just curious. I just want to know. Explain to me, where is the God at in this concept? Where is it? Show me where the God concept. Please do not try to refer me to the New Testament, because I'm going to debunk it every time you try to. I'm not going to fall for the New Testament. So show me where the God is in this concept. And because the last time I watched the video on YouTube, the new Black Panther Party. These people went up into a white neighborhood I think because a black man broke into somebody's house over there in that area and he got locked up. So they were trying to call themselves protesting, and from what I see, the white people bomb rushed them up out the neighborhood, told them, get up out of here, get out, you don't belong here. They got signs and everything. And what did they do? They did not rebel against the white people. They walked away. They walked the opposite direction. Other than, you know what I'm saying, instead of walking towards the direction where the white people was at, they walked the opposite direction. They kept going. They kept going the other way. Because the white people kept telling them, get up out of the neighborhood, get up out of here. And all this fact that, well, and all this mess about how we gonna take over white supremacy, we can't even stop killing each other. We can't even stop, you know what I'm saying, robbing and stealing from one another. So how is it that you're going to take over white supremacy and you can't even stop killing your own brother and sister? You can't stop doing wrong amongst yourselves? That's my question. Would you like to answer that, my brother?
Let me get back up here. The revolutionary can never retire. Good question. One, I cannot speak on behalf of what the New Black Panther Party do. I'm not authorized, so I don't know what happened to them with white people.
They believe in the same concept you believe in.
They don't.
They believe the same thing you talking about. They believe in the same.
I know what I'm saying sounds similar, but it's not the same. For one, you say, and this, I want to speak, she made me speak on this. I'm so grateful that she brought this up, because I want to touch on this. It hit me when I sat down. We have to stop. All of our leaders are attacking us. But the way they are attacking us are making us do the negative things that they want to stop us from doing. One thing that the black supremacist movement is trying to do differently is elevate the positive that's in us. People, we've been taught that we were sinners. We taught that we're not nothing. That we're killing each other and we're alcoholics and all. We have all this negative stuff about ourselves. But they have not taught the positive aspect of what we're doing. They don't put a lot of emphasis on it. But if you tell people that they're nothing, they're going to do alcohol, they're going to get on drugs, they're going to kill each other, they're going to mistreat their women, because you keep telling them that they're not nothing. Now, there are some brothers out here. There are some brothers out here that are, according to what the sisters say, they're killing each other, shooting each other down the street, and that's some. That's not all. So I hate when you put this blanket when there's some black men that are willing to give their lives to defend their black woman.
That's right.
They're willing to give their lives to defend their community. I have lived in abandoned buildings for over the last 15 years eating mold off the wall as a revolutionary. So I refuse to let a few negative black men, that's not their fault that they're negative because the white man has done a job on them, but I refuse to let a few negative perceptions of them define my reality. So sometimes you got to make a separation. There's some black devils out here. There's some black people that have been harmed and victimized one another, but that's not all of us.
That's right.
And you got to be able to tell the difference.
Right.
And you also got to give energy to the difference. If you want to see a black man doing something standing against the white man, I invite you to come to my temple and I'll show you the one that I took over where I stood against the white man. And I have it today. And my flag is flying. Red, black, and green. I don't know what the Black Panthers are doing. I'm not renting no buildings. You don't see me walking around with no uniform. My clothes is dirty because I'm crawling through the goddamn forests. So I cannot speak for those black men that she's talking about. But I hope that the sister is generous enough to make a distinction in the type of black men that she's talking about and the ones that are standing before her. Because there's some divine men out here today. That's a fact. And we need to give some energy to that because the change is going to come off the backs of the divine.
Right.
That's who's going to change it. Don't look to this brother sagging his pants. No, it's because you've been taught that it's going to need to be a massive change. You speak against the Messianic idea, but then you go from this Messianic concept of an entity being divine, like we shouldn't have that concept, and then you lead to this democratic idea that somehow the masses are going to wake up. That's as equally foolish as your Messianic idea. You're going to need a little bit of them both. You're going to need a little bit of them both. So, no, it's not going to be the masses of pants-sagging, alcohol-drinking, blunt-smoking individuals, but just a few divine men. Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, 1 man is 1,000. It's going to take a few divine men among us. Do y'all know the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, was started by a few men that just had a private investigation agency?
Right.
And they used that to topple world governments? So it's only going to take a few divine black men. So don't get distracted by the masses of negativity that you see among the black race. Start looking for those few divine black men that are going to cause the type of revolutionary change you see in the world. And support them.
Right.
Stop letting the negative distract you from supporting the positive. You follow what I'm saying? I see a lot of that going on. So that's what I'm saying, sister. You're absolutely right about what some black men are doing in the community. But don't overlook what other black men have done in this community. I've stood against the FBI, and I say that right here on the microphone. That's right. I've stood against the FBI, and they know it. They got it on record. They raided my temple. I've stood against the CIA. I've stood against more than most people are scared to stand against. Do you hear me? I've not been afraid to look at as a terrorist. I could give a goddamn how a white man said, you should be a terrorist. He's killing your people down in the streets. Yeah. You scared to be a terrorist? You come in my house, I'm gonna terrorize your ass, goddammit. You better believe I'm a terrorist. So everything, there's some good black men out here. Brother Now C has put on this event. Good black men. Stop. All the divine positive sisters that are in here, start looking to your positive black men and support them. And make them strong and lift them up high. And it'll be an example to those that are not doing nothing. We ain't got to focus on the negative no more. Now that you have God's here. And one thing all these speakers have in common is that they all teaching black supremacy. By a different name. The Moors say, the Prophet Noble Jew Ali said that we have a divine inheritance. Am I right? That we are a divine people. Black divinity. That's supremacy. The Hebrews are saying we are God's chosen people. That means we are above everybody. Is that supreme? Come on now. Everybody is teaching supremacy up in this room. Every particular teacher. You just don't like the word black. But somebody taught you to hate black. Yes, they did. They've been teaching us to hate black. So I understand why Noble Jew Ali, even in the time where he was in, where they was lynching and killing black people, why he would not want to identify with being black. Look at the social political reality of that time. I wouldn't want to be black either if you going around hanging niggas. But today they're not hanging people like that. Right? So we can be proud to be black. I'm not saying you got to go up in a white man's courtroom and say, hey, I'm black. Don't go in this courtroom at all. Don't go in there at all. You follow? Love yourself and build our own and build our military and build our own mobilization. And raise our own community. Did I answer your question, sister? Did I miss one? You said, where's the God concept and all that? We're God. I am God. If you don't believe you're God, I'll take it. Don't worry. I'm not here to convince anybody that they're God. You follow? I'm not here to convince. I've been doing it for so many years. I've been teaching the black man is God. And no, I'm God. I'll do it. I'll do it. Watch and see.
So if the FBI was to come up in here right now and say, shut all this down, you going to be carrying that same attitude that you talking right now?
Yes, ma'am. Because the FBI already in here.
That's King Noble. That's King Noble.
Wait. They already in here. Hold on. Don't worry, already in here. That's why I don't do these speaking games, because I know they're in here.
Right.
And not only that, sis, you dealing with brothers in this room that had already had that fight. So let me just say that. You got brothers in this room that may have already done scrape their knuckles with some folks and some agencies.
I'm locked up with the feds, so
Hold it to the end, because we're gonna get to the Q&A. I want to get the brother Gabriel on so he can do his piece, but we're gonna bring everybody back at the end because I know some people was pulling me since I was like, I ain't speak yet. They got questions already. So we're gonna get Gabriel in, get some Minister Inky in real quick, and then we're gonna do the Q&A for everybody because I know people was waiting for King Noble, people was waiting for Lord Alma. Okay, so y'all gonna get y'all second win and y'all second chance at King Noble and Lord Alma. We gotta do some healthy stuff.